guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a very good day. So for today's video, I want to answer your questions and comment on your comments. This is kind of similar to SourceFed's like commentary or PBS Idea channel, how there are comment response videos, and I kind of want to get in on this kind of format of videos so I can interact with you guys and talk to you guys, because I'm so horrible at commenting on comments because it takes me forever to reply back because sometimes I just don't know what to say. So hopefully this format I'll be able to think on my toes a little bit better and respond quickly to you guys. But of course, I just want to say foremost, thank you to everyone who has left comments and said very lovely and sweet things upon my return. You guys are the best. I love you. You guys know. You know. So yeah, so Katie, thank you for opening up the comments with your lovely welcome message, and yeah, I am super excited to be back. I'm gonna be commenting primarily on the discussion videos, the Let's Talk videos, so I'll be commenting on that because obviously I asked you what you guys thought of certain discussions, so let's get to it. So the first video upon my return is no more book hauls. Just for myself, I wasn't going to be doing any more book hauls because of circumstances. So let's get to your comments. You guys had a lot to say, a lot of sweet stuff to say. For the most part, I think everything has been really positive. Let's get to the comments. It'll be me looking down at my iPad for a lot of the time, so pardon the weird jump cuts. But anyways, alright, I got a comment from Lara L. Wing. Hey Lara, I missed you so much. She goes way back with me back in the old booktube days. Yeah, Lara, who reads 30 minutes a day during her lunch break. We're very busy adults doing adult things. Congratulations on your PhD. She is working on finishing that in a few months. That is crazy. Good luck with all of that. That's insane and amazing. I realize that as we grow as people and professionals, it's natural our priorities start to change. I don't mind quantity of books I read in a year anymore. Better to read only 10 that are really good than 100 that you read like crazy just to fill a goal. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's great you are focusing on your professional growth. Thanks, Laura. Yeah, I'm super excited to be venturing out in the illustration world, even though I'm very familiar with it already. It's just, I know my shortcomings and I know what I have to work on, and so that's a thing I'm really excited about doing. Ooh, Zuraku desu. Oh my gosh. Your avatar is of One Punch Man. I've been seeing One Punch Man all over my Tumblr dashboard, and it's one of those fandoms I know secondhand from just looking at posts on my dashboard. I should do a video on that actually because it's really funny. But anyways, yeah, Zuraku desu kind of mentions how they did the opposite. Instead of graphic design, they're focusing on English, which is great. I think pursue what you love. I always have wanted to work in Japan, and with art, that would be kind of hard. Best of luck to you. I can't wait for more content. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to visit Japan as well. Definitely pursue your passions and pursue what you're really interested in and get it. Just get it. So good luck with that. I love Live, Laugh, Read. I'm sorry if I'm butchering usernames. Gosh, this must be one of those things that other people go through as well. Okay, she says, I have a few rules for my book buying. This is Live, Love, Read. Number 1, checking them out from the library first. Yes, I'm on that as well. Number 2, never buying a book right after I finish. If a couple months later I'm still thinking about the story, I will buy it. That's a good idea actually too, because that's one of my impulses, is just to get things right away and satisfy this need of instant gratification, which is kind of a thing that's happening now with social media and that whole instant gratification thing. So it's always good to just hold the horses and just wait till you figure out if it's something you really need. Number 3, I never buy a book if it's part of a series because I want to read the full series before I make a purchase. I find I have a lot more pride and nostalgia when I look at my bookshelves rather than guilt of not reading enough. I totally agree with the whole series thing. Oh gosh, this is how I felt with the Gone series by Michael Grant. I loved it up to the midpoint. I think there was 7 books altogether. And by the midpoint of that series, it kind of went downhill for me. I don't know if it was because my tastes were changing as a reader or the story itself was going downhill personally, I thought. But yeah, it was just like, darn. Yeah, I totally get what you mean. So those are really good ideas. Yeah, about Happy Books comments. She took a step back from doing the whole book blogging and booktubing, and instead of focusing on talking and writing about books, she's just spending more of her time just enjoying the time of reading in itself, which is a very lovely thing. And sometimes that's kind of how I felt as well doing booktube. I would kind of forget the art. I would forget the enjoyment of reading itself because you're always motivated by doing a video and thinking up what video to do next. The motivation of reading a book slightly shifted while doing booktube, which kind of made me uncomfortable. Getting back into reading again these past couple months, just reading just for the enjoyment of it has been like a weight off my shoulders. It's a great change. Yeah, I totally know where you're at. Jenny from Adultish Books, hi! Love this. Yes, the library alleviates a lot of the guilt with book ownership, and it's a great step. I really hope that booktube goes in your direction. Quick consumption is not what should be promoted. Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, quick consumption, oh my gosh, I felt so bad for all of those books I inhaled and just don't remember. Yeah. Live and learn, live and learn. So thanks, Jenny, for that great comment. David Leon, I'm so happy you're back. You were the very first booktuber and YouTuber in general that I discovered, so it's always nice to see a video pop up in my feed. I'm glad to see you're focusing more on what you really want to do. Yes, I see so many booktubers getting sucked into all the pressure to read more too. Book hauls, tags, publishing several videos a week, which they don't seem to enjoy it at all, which is sad. And you always have my support whether you continue to do book-related videos or not, or even if you decide to completely quit YouTube at some point. Oh my gosh, David Leon, you make me cry. Yeah, I appreciate all of the support. Okay, thank you so much. That's kind of the whole point of this. I can't quit you guys. I love you guys too much. Doing this has been, I keep saying has been, or I keep talking in a way like I'm done. But I'm not. I don't know. This is a great way for me to shift my focus on another thing that I really enjoy. And I know with the busyness of life and doing house stuff and things like that, I know I can't be as present or as active in the community as I once was, but life, you know, life just happened. But yeah, thank you for the support and whatever endeavors I choose to pursue and all that stuff. So thank you. You guys make me cry. Okay. Alright, Alicia Edwards. And I too have always used the library, but I still purchase way too many books. But nothing teaches you what's important, like not having money. When I was in between jobs, I couldn't buy books, so I relied heavily on the library. So now I'm strict about checking it out from the library before buying a book, just to make sure it's something I actually want to own. Yeah, moving out definitely, and realizing how many other responsibilities you have to attend to before, you know, indulging into the finer things of life. Priorities change as things change, as life moves on. So yeah, I totally get that. You guys know where I'm coming from. A lot of you guys have had the same realization about book buying and using the library and all that jazz, which is great. Teresa W asks, hi Priscilla, could you maybe do a video on those books that actually made it to your shelf? I can and I will. Obviously these are, how many shelves do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 shelves, six shelves all together. And yeah, I'll show you what made it on my shelf and what didn't and why. The book jazz. She says, I've rarely bought new books in the past 6 months and read an average of 3 to 4 books a month, which is pretty much what I would read before I started BookTube. With BookTube, I read up to 12 books a month, which is crazy. I totally got where you're coming from, and I made a similar, oh, I have to check that video. You should have left the link, the book Jazz, so I could have watched it. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Sometimes the books I see in wrap-up videos, like, how? What? Everyone has different priorities and stuff going on, so if you could read 12 books in a month, then you can, that is crazy. But yeah, I totally understand the life before BookTube and the life after. It's insane. Insane. April R commented, I love your hair and I love your channel. Thanks, April. Would you be able to make videos of your illustrations? If you want to. I think it would be cool to see your progress of drawing if you're comfortable doing it. I personally love drawing and watching tutorials and other people drawing. I do too. I've been watching a lot of tutorial videos and drawing videos, and I'm just entranced when I watch these videos. I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross videos lately. They're just really calming and relaxing to watch him paint on canvas and all these beautiful landscapes and stuff like that. But anyways, yes, I will be making videos of my illustrations. I don't know when, even though I don't feel 100% comfortable about it, because I always want to show like my polished, perfect artwork. And oh, you guys should see, I should show you a before and after of certain, like a sketch and a final product, because it will astound and amaze you how I could use different programs to my advantage. But I've been working really hard to work on my traditional skills as well, because that's really lacking, and I don't want to use, you know, programs like Photoshop or Illustrator as a crutch to compensate for my lack of skills and, you know, anatomy and proportion and perspective and things like that. So anyway, yes, I'll be showing my illustrations eventually. Little Chibi comments, do I smell a new updated bookshelf store coming? Probably. Eventually in the new year, yes. He says it's awesome that I'm reading at my own pace. His book motto is that reading should be a fun activity to enjoy, not an obligation, so take your time and have fun. Good luck fighting! Fighting! Yes, I do agree. Yeah, reading should definitely be a thing to enjoy as well. And yeah, it certainly became a moment where it did feel really forced to read some books when I wasn't feeling like reading, and those where the breaks would come in because I just needed to take a break, because I did get burnt out from doing so many videos and reading so many, like forcing myself to push through all of the books when I just didn't feel like reading. I know other booktubers out there have, you know, taken that step to reach out to publishers and review ARCs and things like that, which is great. People need to do that, you know, to get the word out on new books. And sure, with certain books, it's like, yeah, I would love to read it in advance, but the whole marketing aspect of that was never something I wanted to pursue, I guess. I kind of stayed away from it for the most part because I don't want to do it. I just want to read. And yeah, it started to become this thing when people and publishers and authors started contacting me. It's like, sorry, I'm so sorry. To each their own, yet again. Warrior Decision says, not gonna lie, I was expecting the reason for her hiatus was going to be due to video games, LMAO. You don't know my life. No, yeah, I've been, man, I should update my video game channel too. It's mostly Animal Crossing videos. I kind of privated the other videos, Fantasy Life and Tomodachi Life. I don't know if I'm just gonna focus mainly on Animal Crossing video because they're so damn adorable, and there is a specific niche for the Animal Crossers out there, which I'm totally cool with. I have started playing The Last of Us, which gives me total anxiety, and Destiny is a lot of fun, but so freaking hard. Leveling up is difficult. But yeah, that's my first time playing, first of all, on a PS4, and playing a first shooter game, and it's like, my thumb. But it's a lot of fun, especially when it kick ass. Yeah, anyways. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about not pronouncing usernames right. Anyways, Ant writes, will you be making drawing videos? Yes. Maybe drawing challenges? Probably. That would be a lot of fun. There was a challenge that I saw where you had to use cheap or inexpensive art supplies, which was hilarious. But I don't know if that would be a good challenge for me because unfortunately my traditional skills are horrible, and so probably you wouldn't see a big of a difference between using really expensive art supplies and really cheap art supplies. So if there's art challenges you see that you know think would be a lot of fun for me to do, let me know in the comments below and I'll check them out because they're a lot of fun to watch. Your voice is like Seraph's from Black Ops 3. I'll take your word for that. I don't know. Sometimes some of the comments about my voice is like really great. It makes my day actually when you guys comment on my voice, because it's weird when you hear yourself talk when you know I edit the videos. It's like, what is with my voice? It's not like one of those cute, happy, high-pitched voices you would probably expect someone like me to talk in. Kayla from Book Doodles writes, once again, so glad to see you, my subby. Thanks, Kayla. I'll be here for any and all videos you make. Thanks. Even if they're about polka dots. I'll make a video entirely about polka dots. The history of the polka dot. Probably not, but thanks, Kayla. Thank you. Classic Art writes, nice to see you back. What about comics manga? I used to have so many comics in my monthly pull, but I trimmed it down to just 2. That's really good. Holy crap, just 2 pulls? Deadly Class and Miss Marvel. Good choices. My gosh. I don't know what I'm gonna do about comics. I really want to keep up with the comics. I may check out the trades now, which hurts my heart because the single issues are so lovely to collect. I collected, I'll show you this one time, but I collected this Saga cover just mainly because of the cover, because I loved it so much, because of the characters and the colors and everything. But anyways, as far as the update on my reading of comics, I definitely still have a lot of my single issues that I hauled to get through and review for you guys. Same with my trades like Why the Last Man. I'll probably get a subscription online and have them available to me when new releases come out. That might be an option. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have digital subscriptions to comic publishing houses. Gosh, I don't know terminology with anything, but yeah, let me know if you subscribe to specific publishing houses, or if there's like one house that publishes words, if there is another house that publishes everything, company, what have you. Let me know in the comments below, please, and thank you. Oh my gosh, and manga. We're not gonna go down that route. Probably in a different video, yeah. Anna asks, hey, could you do a series of how it is to be an illustrator, where you studied and how is school, subjects, and so on, please? I'm coursing high school right now, and I'm struggling to decide what to do with my life, but illustration is something I'm very interested in, but it's something I don't know much about too, so if you could do at least one video, it'd mean a lot, and it'd be very helpful. Thank you very much. Love you lots. Very glad you're back. Thanks, Anna. I think I did a post on my website actually about my graphic design experience. As far as being an illustrator, I don't think I really have much of an authority to tell you, because illustration is one aspect of my job. I'm mainly a graphic designer, and illustrator is a skill I can lend to certain jobs, but I primarily design and use those skills as a designer. But I love to be an illustrator in a professional capacity. I don't know, that's another video in and of itself about what I want to do with the skills I procure along this journey. Words. Do your research about what you want to actually do with illustration. Like, do you want to go into editorial work? Do you want to go on the commercial side of things? Do you just want to do commissions? There are so many things with illustration, so think really hard, do your research about what you want to do with the illustration. What is it that you actually want to do? Okay, Crippled Cheesy writes, the Gentleman Bastard series is amazing. I agree with you, even though I'm not finished the first book. So far, you have to breathe deeply when reading that book. Nice to see your smiling face again. Do whatever makes you happy, lady. Good luck to you and your creative pursuits. Thank you. Where did you buy your bookshelves from? Canadian Tire. And no, they don't just sell tires. They surprisingly sell a whole variety of houseware goods and products. Yes, but they're basically, what are these? They're 7 to 8 inch wide, I think 48 inches long as well. Surprisingly, you don't really need that deep of a shelf. And then I got the brackets and things from Home Depot. Alejandra Martinez. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Have you seen Frannerd's videos? Yes, I know. No, Frannerd. You know what I mean. Yeah, Frannerd is fantastic. I love her illustrations. They're cute and adorable. And let me say this first and foremost, as an illustrator, to all my fellow other peers and illustrators who do the hard thing of illustrating, I am such all the time in awe and inspiration when I see my fellow peers doing fantastically and getting it, and they're just doing so good. And I'm so happy all the time whenever someone makes great, fantastic art, funny art. When I see fan art on Tumblr, I am so happy, and oh my gosh, it's just such big inspiration when I see fellow artists just killing it. They're killing it, and it just gets me really excited. It's like, oh, so good. So good. Maybe you could do transition to an illustuber. Oh my gosh, that is such a great term for people who do illustrations on YouTube. Has that been a thing? Oh, these communities, these like pockets of communities on YouTube is just fantastic. An illustuber, I could be a booktube and illustuber. Oh, Daraku comments again. Also, The Lives of Locke Lamora is by far my favorite book from this year, and I've read it a pretty good amount this year. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's so freaking good, right? We'll talk about it in the review. We'll talk about spoilers then. Stars. It's great you're pursuing your interests. One of the reasons you're one of my favorite people. You, Star, you're my favorite. You're my fav. I'm so cheesed, you guys. And lastly, Mr. Greg, good luck with my illustration. Thank you, Greg, so much. I'm trying really hard. I'm working really hard to do good, to be good. We'll see how that goes. I'm confident that I can make things. Alright guys, thanks for choosing me out. Success there. Yeah, you guys are great, and I love you, and you're the best. And let's get on with the next video, the next comments. On Book FOMO. You guys make me want to cry sometimes. So the other discussion video I did this month was on Book FOMO, FOMO, if you will, fear of missing out on books. Let's read what you guys had to say and comment, and I'll comment on those comments. Comment. Yeah, thumbs up rates. I started to feel this way about a lot of YA books. I just read them because it was heavily talked about, but factors like getting older and changing taste led me to reading less, but more importantly, being more critical in choosing what I read, which I think is a good thing. And yeah, I totally agree with you. As times change and we get older, our taste can change over time, and we start to read other books and start to discover a whole new world out there. And yeah, that was a very interesting thing I had happened to me, I guess, on my booktube journey, my ongoing booktube journey, especially when I started doing the monthly book hauls, where the monthly book hauls was a way for me to explore different genres and different types of books, which was amazing. And so that was my way to dabble into a little bit of everything. And yes, holy crap, or just fantasy books in general, the entire genre is like an eye-opener of stories and how much depth you can get with backstory and characters and world building and the details. It's so good. It like satisfies that hunger. Yeah, I totally know what you mean. Yeah, thumbs up. Very great comment. The 3 spoons of sugar. I got burned by some of the booktube bites so badly that now I don't really pay attention to what's trendy anymore. I just read what I want to read. You should read what you want to read. And yeah, sometimes I totally get the whole book hype thing. I've been part of it. I've perpetuated it because you get so excited about certain books and you just want people to read it because it's so good and you just want to spill your guts out. But yeah, for the Knife of Never Letting Go series, oh, it's behind me right over there. Yeah, sometimes I felt bad in a way because I hyped too much, and of course there's that raising of expectations. So, you know, I try to keep it cool in my book reviews. Like, yeah, it's okay, you read it if you want, it could be good or not, No, I think I have to find that balance of keeping it real. And sorry, that sounded really lame, but no, that balance of not gushing. Yeah, I think those reviews are really good when you don't gush about books and just talk about it plainly and directly of why it's good and just be really coherent in the, in the review. Maybe that's the thing I have to work towards. Oh gosh. Okay, I have to read Destiny QX's comment because it's the best thing ever. I'll try to flourish it and... Okay. I never pay attention to bandwagons because I have no idea where they were, are, or will be. Bandwagons are trees in the woods that perhaps fall, but I'm never around to witness their resultant noises. For instance, there must have been bandwagons for Harry Potter. I missed them all. Were they all waiting for me at station 9 1/4? Because the station adjacent to it took hold of my attention, summoning the raw empathy needed to feel the relationship between Dumbledore and his sister. But this discovery took place in 2012. Perhaps all the bandwagons were long gone by then, and the plot and my consciousness naturally collided with one another at the appropriate moment in space and time. And so the... I'm so sorry. I tried to be as straight-faced as possible. Okay. With one another at the appropriate moment in space and time. And so the sounds my imagination conjured far outweighed any noise a rickety old bandwagon could produce. I guess my point is, I know what Domo is, the cute Japanese brown guy, but what in the world is a FOMO? Oh gosh, I'm sorry if you were totally serious about this comment, but this comment honestly made me laugh. Yes. FOMO, fear of missing out. Dude, that comment was freaking awesome. 3 thumbs up there. I don't know why it doesn't have more, because that was great. Oh gosh, you guys. Christian writes, I'm glad someone is talking about the dark side of BookTube, quote unquote. I started in early 2012 trying to read as many books as possible. Now I've come to the conclusion I'm most of a casual reader, 1 or 2 books a month rather than a 10 per month type person. Yeah, everyone's different depending on circumstances and time. Some people can read 12 books a month. Some people can only get to 1, not even 1. I'm getting through 1 over the span of 3 months. Yeah, but I'm totally cool with that as well. But yes, the dark side of BookTube. I'm sure you guys are all enthused about these, bouncy topics. So No Kidding Brainless writes, I try not to let the FOMO get to me unless it's a book that sounds like I would genuinely enjoy it regardless of the hype. I made that mistake a few times where a premise didn't sound that great to me, but I thought, well, everyone seems to love it, so it must be good, right? And the example that comes to mind is City of Bones. She read it purely because of the FOMO, but she didn't get anything out of it, which I totally understand. Yeah, I totally enjoyed that book myself personally. But yeah, sometimes, the fandoms can get crazy. You get like secondhand fandom from just watching people enjoy the fandom. Of course, that's what happens when there's a lot of hype surrounding certain books. You just have this need to check it out of curiosity, and that's another thing. Sometimes there are times where I don't check out books because the plot sounds interesting, and that goes with a lot of classics because they're classics, of course. But yeah, I just want to know because of all the references I see in other things, and I'm thinking, what is that a reference to? And it's probably, I should read that book or watch that movie. And so yeah, sometimes it's purely based on like, I need to know what's happening in the world, which is totally fine too. So do what you gotta do. Brie, right. This was actually really comforting to hear. I constantly feel like I'm missing out on something, whether it's books, comics, TV shows, or movies. I know I can't watch or read everything, but it's really hard to come to terms with that because I want to be part of the conversation. I know what you mean. Ugh, I do. It's nice to know that other people feel the same way, and I'm going to try to relax and try to actively enjoy what I can enjoy instead of rushing through just to move on to the next thing. So thanks. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's something I came to realize, is just to enjoy the thing that you're doing at the moment. I think that's a good comment to finish this video with. You guys, I love these discussions and I love your comments, and I apologize when I can't answer to everyone. I feel like if I can't answer to everyone, I can't answer to anyone, but that's not right. I love discussing all of these topics with you guys, and there's a lot of more topics to come, like this fun, bouncy, upbeat topics. Yeah, there's definitely some darker topics I want to talk about, but we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, I'm glad you have commented on these discussion videos. I really miss creating these Let's Talk discussion videos because they're definitely my favorite videos to watch in BookTube as of late. They're like my go-to videos. I've been like searching more discussion videos. Thank you for sticking around. Hopefully not for too long. I don't know how long this video is going to be, and maybe these videos won't be as long in the future. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a very good one. Bye. How do you wave? Like this?